Now before doing anything else, I'm gonna put on that Goron tunic since the Kokiri one doesn't offer any perks at all. It's just there so that Link isn't naked. So there's no reason at all to wear it from now on, except if you come back to being a kid. But otherwise, it's either the Goron or the Zora tunic, always. Anyway, I'm just gonna head back up here for a second because there's a Skulltula over there. Just want to walk on that rope not too fast so that I don't fall down. Okay, pull out the hook shot, and there we go. The hook shot is functionally identical to the boomerang in terms of Skulltula hunting, so we won't need to wait for most of our quest in order to grab all those Skulltulas that we're seeing everywhere. Now, this is Darunia's room. What you want to do? You want to pull out that statue in order to make another entrance to the Death Mountain crater. It doesn't lead to the same area as the entrance at the top of the mountain. And as you can see, there's no countdown anymore because of the Goron tunic. Now, hook shot over there. And hey, look, it's Sheik! Yeah, now we're about to get into Sheik's actual purpose in this game. What she's gonna do nearly every time you encounter her is that she's gonna teach you a new song that will allow you to warp to various places. So the song that we're gonna learn right now is, of course, going to warp me to the Death Mountain crater whenever I play it. So this is the Bolero of Fire, and those warp songs are a bit more complicated than the songs that I've learned so far. As you can see, 8 notes, and it's not the same set of notes played twice. So I'm gonna shut up and let you enjoy the song. First warp song acquired, the Bolero of Fire. So now I can warp to the Death Mountain crater anytime I want. So, meet one of the recurring jokes in this game. Basically, Link is going to try to figure out what Sheik's secret is for getting away so quickly with that, Deku Nut thing, I'm going to assume, but there's always going to be something that happens, so Link never gets to figure it out. This time it was a warp of fire. At one time it's going to be a sandstorm. We're going to have all kinds of stuff like that. So now we're done in this region of Hyrule for now. So our next destination is the forest. So you know what? Remember that shortcut that goes from Goron City to the Lost Woods? Okay, there were nothing but a few rupees there. Well, I'm going to take that shortcut in order to get to the forest faster. And by the way, the shop is open now as well, now that I've talked to Link the Goron. And, by the way, you can buy that Goron suit. I think I've already mentioned this. You can buy it for 200 rupees at that shop, but you get one for free, so there's no real point in doing so. So I'm just going to play the Sun Song real quick because it's daytime right now. Yeah, that Skulltula back there was one of the few non-dungeon Skulltulas that appear during the daytime, because there are a few Skulltulas that I need to catch here, and this time I can only do it at nighttime. Anyway, remember him, Mido, the self-proclaimed, leader of the Kokiri? He promised Saria he would never let anyone get past. So if we want to get any deeper into the forest, we're going to have to prove that we know Saria. So, of course, Mido's rather shocked that an adult would know Saria, especially since, well, it's sort of a spoiler, so I'm not gonna get into it until we get there. It's not too long until we find out. Anyway, I don't know what, but I remember him. He's talking about Kid Link, obviously. Anyway, there, if you remember, that's where the forest stage was. And now that there's that platform, we can get up there, and there's a gold Skulltula up here. So, excuse me, thank you very much. So, we got another one, and now we're gonna enter the Sacred Forest Meadow, which is at the exact same place as it always was. By the way, random thought. I haven't played Master Quest on the 3DS yet, but according to my brother, it's really, really, really confusing because you're used to that thing, and then it's all flipped over, so messes with your mind. Anyway, Sacred Forest Meadow. The gimmick is a lot different here than it was as Young Link. As Young Link, there were just a lot of Deku Scrubs. This time, however, we have Moblins, and we don't have that top-down camera view anymore, so we're gonna have to sneak up on those Moblins the old-fashioned way, with a few close encounters, no doubt. So, let's get started. Let's play Solid Link for a moment. So, okay, this one's got its back turned, so you're gonna pull out your hook shot, then rape him anally with the hook shot. Okay, so there are a lot more of them. So there's another one here. Okay, so if I can just hurry up. Oh no! Ah! Oh man, that sucked. Anyway, I got to show you what happens when you get caught by one. Turn around. Turn around. Thank you. Well, I guess this method was quicker than having him just come back really slowly. So, this part is really small, so there is none. There's another one here. Okay, so now pull out the hook shot, do the same thing. Alright. I sort of like this part, actually. If only because... Whoops! I thought I was a little bit later into that place than I actually was. Sorry about that. Yeah, but it's actually really fun. Okay, can I get him from the side? Yeah! You can't get him from the front, but you can get him from the side. So, you can keep that in mind if you ever end up, you know, having to wait for one. And you can hear the Skulltula. It's right up there. There we go. So, there are no more Skulltulas in this place, as far as I remember. So, now you want to go into this little pond here, and not go up. You don't want to go up quite yet, else you're just going to get rammed by that spear, and you're going to fall back into the water. Can you be any faster? Gosh! Just gotta be patient. Patient, it's not the end of the world. Okay, just want to wait so that I have a little room to get back up. Now get the... How the fuck did he figure out I was there? And it wasn't instantaneous either. It took like half a second after that before I realized I was there. Anyway, up this ladder, Fairy Fountain, my favorite Fairy Fountain location in the game. Yeah, this is a Moblin that uses Giant Club in order to make shockwaves, so you avoid the shockwaves, and after that you can get behind him, and he gives a crap ton of rupees. 15? I remembered it giving me a lot more than that. But, anyway, now we're at the entrance to the Forest Temple, so it's going to be time for us to learn another warp song, and pan over the tree stump to drive the point home that Saria isn't here anymore. She's in trouble in the Forest Temple, and we gotta go rescue her! And here's Sheik again to teach me a warp song. See that big tile to the left? That basically marks the spots where you can warp after learning the appropriate song. Anyway, Sheik is going to start her routine again of saying things that are vaguely related to the sage that we're about to rescue. So this is the Minuet of Forest. As I said, warp songs are a bit more complicated than regular ones, so let's see if I can play it without screwing up. Even with that controller plug-in, I can still screw up sometimes. There we go. So, now I can warp here anytime I want. So now, let's see what happens this time. I don't really remember how Link fails to see the trick. Oh, he just chickens out. Great. Well, I suppose it's because you're supposed to get this warp song first before the Bolero of Fire, but whatever. Anyway, as I said, that fairy fountain over there was my favorite one. The reason for that is because it's a heartbeat away from a warp location. So anytime I want fairies, I can just play the Minuet of Forest, come back here, get some fairies, and that's done already. I'm just going to take that little shortcut over the entire thing, and oh god, I'm gonna have to go there, aren't I? I'm gonna have to go to the Kokiri Forest, because there's a gold Skulltula that needs to be retrieved here. And I hate the Kokiri Forest at this point of the game! As I said, my phobia, my nonsensical phobia, giant man-eating plants, of which there are a lot in this place! Over there, we got a Deku Scrub. Got tons of Deku Scrubs and giant Deku Babas like this one! I hate this thing! I hate it so much! Oh no, this is the Know-It-All Brothers house. I always confuse it with the twins' house, which is where the Skulltula is. So now I gotta go all over the freaking place with giant Deku Babas! This is Saria's house, so this must be the twins' house. Okay, where was that Skulltula already? Oh man, another one of these things. I don't want to approach it too much. Okay, on the corner here, I'm safe. Nothing's gonna come and get me. There we go. Skulltula acquired, so now I'm gonna get out of here as fast as I humanly can. Good news is that I won't need to come back here anymore until Saria's rescued, at which point the forest will revert to its former glory. Okay, so I think we're good. No more giant Deku Babas. Of course, I sort of exaggerated it for comedic effect, but still, don't get me wrong. Those things still scare me, despite the primitive 3D graphics, or maybe it's because of the graphics. Okay, so now that I'm in here, I'm going to pull out Kojiro because Anju's brother is right here. So, he's sleeping very soundly, so now I'm going to have to pull out Kojiro to... Or he can just wake up on his own as soon as I start the motion. But, anyway, this guy here is going to give me yet another item in exchange for this one. This is basically the entire quest. You just exchange item for item for item for item, and just doesn't end. So, now he's going to give me a mushroom. Painfully obvious joke to be made here, but I have no way to set it up, so for one of the very rare times, I'm actually not going to capitalize on this opportunity. Anyway, this forest mushroom is fresh, and so I only got 3 minutes to get it to its intended recipient, which is the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko. There are 2 potion shops in Kakariko, by the way. One of them is located at the back of the first, more obvious one. And, well, since I'm on a timer here, I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna call Epona. Not that this is a very difficult time limit. It gets a lot tighter later on in the Bigoron Sword quest, though. So, get on, Epona, and try and get over there as fast as we can. By the way, a random note. In Hyrule Field, as an adult, no more pea-hats, and no more style children at night either. So this place is actually better off under Ganondorf's rule. Yeah, he totally screwed up when taking over Castletown and failed to kill anyone, and now this. Nothing at all in Hyrule Field. So remind me, why are we doing this whole quest again? And by the way, that flare effect means that the plugin is most definitely working. So let's get up there, back to Kakariko. And not going to be able to get to the second potion shop in time for the end of the video, but I have so much time left that it's not going to hurt too badly if I just stop in the middle of everything and continue next time. So to access that, that second potion shop, you want to enter this one, and to the left of that stall, there's a secret exit. Well, not really a secret one. And we're gonna get to the second one in the next video.